Hello, my friends. Happy Sunday. In our Bible, let's jump to passage number 8, Baldy and the Bears. Let's go back to 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 23 to 24 in the New Living Translation. Just 2 verses is all we need out of this one. Elisha left Jericho and went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, a group of boys from the town began mocking and making fun of him. "Go away, Baldy," they chanted. "Go away, Baldy." Elisha turned around and looked at them, and he cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of them. I don't really think we need the King James Version after that. The chapter of the passage at hand leads us on a fantastical flight of fancy filled with magic, mystery, and murder. It begins with Elijah being chased by Elisha, his apprentice. On 3 different occasions, Elijah tells Elisha to stay put, but he refuses. On the final instance, they reach an impasse at the Jordan River. Elijah is purely unfazed. As a seasoned magician who has quite the lengthy list of accolades, such as the power to summon lethal fire beams, terminate rain on demand for years at a time, revive the dead, command automatic refills of flour and oil, and one whom even the ravens swear allegiance to, such an impasse is no match. He simply took his cloak, struck the water with it, and the river divided. "Come on, Slick," said Elijah. Once they had crossed to the other side, Elijah decided to level with Elisha. "Listen up, cue ball. I'm about to ditch this planet. What is it that you really want from me?"
"Oh, Elijah, I want to be just like you. In fact, I want double the powers that you have."
"Right. Well, whatever. I'll be gone anyway. Tell you what, here's the game. If you see me when I'm taken from you, then fine. Wish granted. If not, then, answer's no." Suddenly, a chariot of fire, drawn by horses of fire, crashed the meeting and took Elijah up to heaven. Elisha quickly seized Elijah's cloak, which had fallen when he was taken up. "My precious," Elisha said in a throaty rasp. Intent on testing the word of Elijah, he returned to the bank of the river and said, "Where are you and God now, Elijah? A deal is a deal." He then struck the water, and it divided as it had for Elijah. The eyes of Elisha glinted as he stared at the cloak. As he made his way to the other side, he incessantly whispered, "It's mine." One day, some of the men of the city approached Elisha about the widespread water problem. Elisha then requested a bowl with salt in it. He went to the spring that supplied the water and threw the salt in it, purifying it entirely and indefinitely. A short time had passed, and Elisha had grown exceedingly insecure about his bald head. He wasn't getting any chicks, and he couldn't shake his idol calling him names just before taking off in his chariot. As the keeper of the magical cloak, he vowed severe retribution for anyone who might hurl the next insult. We now reach the story behind the 2 verses that stand in contention for the most psychotic back-to-back verses of the Bible award. Elisha was on a scenic stroll to Bethel when suddenly he came to a dead stop, horrified and paralyzed by shock, as 42 unruly children began to chant the unimaginable. "Go away, Baldy! Go away, bald head! Ha ha!" Elisha mustered up the courage to turn around as a man must face his assailants, and that's when it happened. Like a fiery spear between the eyes, so it came. The defiling defamator of doom, clear as day and thunderous as a crowd. "Egghead!" Elisha clenched firmly to his cloak and cursed them in the name of the Lord with a loud shriek. Immediately 2 bears, sent from God himself, came rushing out of the woods and ripped the children to shreds. Moments later, it was all quiet on the Bethel front. Elisha snickered, turned back around, and calmly said, "See ya." You guys go have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Love you all.